night that came from, remember how we told you that we started accepting children? And it wasn't like a kid group. It was more like, okay, there is 5 of them, so they're very talented and they le echan muchas ganas, right? So these 2 were juniors. And it's good that we have Lucia over here because Lucia was the adult group. And I just want them to tell you a little bit of what it was like for the juniors to come in and everybody was looking at them like, okay, you're too young, right? So why don't you tell us that? Because the kids are the new generation. They're the new juniors. You're not a junior anymore. You're part of the adult. She was only the only adult right now that hasn't gotten married and moved on to life and wherever is Lucia. She's one of the former adults. She can tell you a little bit of how much harder the group was. And we have Ruby. Ruby came in at the very end of that generation, right, Ruby?
Yeah.
I want to know your opinion too, because basically the adults were in her group, in Lucia's group, and it was like boot camp. It was so hard. She will tell you, and then she will tell you her journey because she came in as an adult, and there was no waiting, nobody came to tell you how to do it, right? You were just thrown in, and like you just have to look at the people doing all this stuff with your feet and figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So I'll start with you, so you can tell them what kind of boot camp we had going on.
Like Gabby said, my name is Lucia, and for the adult group, when I was in it, it was an intense workout, but it showed us so much more than just a workout. It showed us how to be in unison and trust each other as a group. We would literally walk out with our sides hurting from the bending because it was all just different and new. And I got to see the girls when they were in the kids group. And when I came back and I saw them dancing in the adult group, I was just blown away. They've grown so much and they're awesome.
We'll pass it to Ruby before we hear from the former juniors.
Okay, so my name's Ruby, and I've been with the group for a while, but when I joined, I never really had any dance experience. I kind of mostly joined on my mother's wishes, and I was just like, okay, I'll do it. It looks like fun. And when I started the class, it was kind of like everyone in the group was already advanced, and they wouldn't slow down to show me steps. They would just, okay, let's practice, and they'd all start doing it, and I'd be pushed to the back because I didn't know anything. And at that time, she wouldn't be like, okay, let's go step by step and show everything down. I had to look at everyone on my own and learn how to do it by myself. There were times, where everyone would help me because as a team, we try to help each other grow. But it was, yeah, I mean, it was hard for me, but it's to show that even when you don't have experience, if you learn to really love it, because I know I say I started it for my mom, but as I went along, I realized how beautiful these dances are, and I kind of appreciated the culture a little bit more, so it helped me push myself to learn the dances. And even though it was hard, it's worth it. And so if anyone out there wants to learn how to dance and you don't know how to, it's like I'm kind of an example that you can if you just put your mind to it.
Well, like Gabby said, me and my sister came from the junior team. And me and her started when we were age 8. Now we're 17. We have been with Leyenda for 9 years. And within those 9 years, she focused a lot on the juniors at one point. And during those classes, it was really hard. It was just like she treated us like the adults, even though we were 11, 12. She had us doing ab workouts. At the time, it had to be perfect. Buns on the floor, like ballet. It was very intense. And even though, at times the group gets hard, we are a team and we always stick together. And the rest are not here, but the rest of the girls, and the girls because there was no guys, the girls, we're like sisters, we're family, and that's why I like Leyenda, because in the end we always become a family. And it's really fun to dance. I got a chance to go to China. It was a really fun experience, and I'm gonna continue and wait where else I'll go. Well, I'm Isabel, and I was also part of the juniors, sister said. But I remember when I first started how, again, we used to practice in the corner. And well, when we first practiced, it was the Región Jalisco. And well, like that Región had a whole bunch of turns, so all you see is just two little girls in the corner doing a bunch of turns, trying to follow everybody else. But as time passed by, I really learned that dance was actually my true passion. And well, it's something that I love to do. I dance with my heart. It means everything to me.
And now they have a little sister. How old is Priscilla?
She's 8.
Priscilla is 8. She's over there. Wave. And she's probably so I'm going to go ahead and continue the show. I really wanted to give you guys like a more intimate look at what we are, where we came from, how hard it was, and how different they have it. Because with them, I didn't do any of that, right? With them, it's like a 1, 2, 3, exactly like we did over here when we demonstrated how to teach a step. They didn't have that. The juniors, the former juniors, they were just like, okay, you want to be here? Find a spot in the back, right?
And catch up.
And catch up. And even the adults, there was no, because the group came to a point where it was so advanced that there was no intermediate and no beginners in class. So they just had to jump in. Anybody who wanted to join just did it by guts, like Ruby and Lucy. And then the juniors, they started a new generation, but they're no longer juniors, now they're adults, and they're the juniors. So that's the journey.